Hey guys, we are back at it again today, and we went out west this time, and we found Aaron Bailey with Bailey Cattle Company out there in Orlando, California. How you doing, Aaron?
Good, Corey. How are you doing? Good to be here.
Hey, you bet. We are glad to have you. You are getting ready for Bailey Cattle Company's Best of the Brand online heifer sale coming up here on October 10th. I hear, or October 17th. My fault.
Yep. October 17th, Monday night.
Yep, you bet. On Show Circuit online sales.
Yep. On show circuit.
On Show Circuit, you bet. Yep. Um, and how many? What do you have in this offering?
We've got 16 heifers on the sale, multi breed, a little bit of everything. We'll have some Angus heifers. We'll have some kind of quarter semi, low key type stuff. We'll have a maintainer slash high key dual registered, a main Angus, a purebred Charlet, a purebred semi, and a couple half blood semis.
You bet. Now, Alec, how did you get started, or where did this cattle company kind of originate, or what are your roots there?
So this deal kind of evolved. So just to make a long story short, just got involved in 4-H and started showing. And my grandpa, he farmed and had some buddy cows, and always took a liking to run around with him. And then humble beginnings on getting started showing with taking a steer to the Colusa County Fair, and quickly really liked it and was really competitive. But we weren't competitive at the same time, if that makes sense. We were competitive people, but we didn't know anything about anything and had no idea what we were doing. And fortunately, when I was 10, got hooked up with a great guy, Shane Strickler, up here in Orland, which be 45 minutes up the road from Colusa, where I was from. And he basically showed us the way. And from that point in time till now at 23, have come in contact with just so many great people. But basically, Bailey Cattle Company has evolved just from some former show heifers becoming cows, and just getting more and more hooked on this. And it's my true passion. And went off to Oklahoma State and spent a lot of time with some really great people that have been very influential on my life, and was shown how to do it at a high level, and came back home, and that's what we're trying to do now. So we all kind of work full time here, as far as myself and my fiance and my mom and dad, and run 75 or 80 cows, and transfer a lot of embryos, and try to put together the best set of multi-breed females we can to sell online. So that's kind of the gist.
Absolutely. Hey, tell us a little bit about. We see him in the background there, your screen. The Dutton Bull, kind of how that bull's bred and the effect he's going to have on your program going forward.
Yeah, so we expect Dutton to make a big impact on our program here, and then hopefully maybe some other folks, after maybe they see some of these calves that we'll highlight out of his rookie calf crop on the sale. But long story short, that Dutton bull, he would be a Ryman Firewater, which would be an Irish Whiskey Sun, back out of a Friction Cunha 602 cow. Old school bred, got a new school look, loved the bull early on, and kind of started having the wheels turning pretty early of some cows I thought he could work on, and especially one in particular here, and went ahead and did that. But long story short, got teamed up with Broken M Livestock Kevin and Sarah McKenzie and Marcus Pataglia, and we actually had him out in Oklahoma City there on display the first year that they had Cattlemen's Congress, and that was an awesome experience. And he lives at Kevin's, and we've been using him here. So something that I feel very strongly about, and I think he can really do some good on some cows here, and that 644 cow in particular that we'll talk a little bit more about. But I think he offers up a pretty neat opportunity for some guys with that kind of pedigree and that kind of look.
There's a lot of cool stuff in that bull's pedigree. Absolutely. I used to run fire water early in the spring before Nick Ryman would kick him out later in the spring, and he'd let me use him in the early spring, and then I'd let him use some bulls in the later spring. And boy, that's an impressive rascal there. He was just big old feet like a rhinoceros, and soft haired, and God, he was impressive.
You bet.
Absolutely. That bull there, the way he looks in that picture and the way he's bred, he ought to do something real special for you. And the other neat thing about this sale that I kind of noticed, all these cattle are home raised, ranch raised right there at you guys' place, right?
You bet. Yep. So like I kind of alluded to, it's a family deal here, and we run the cows that we run, and flush the donors that we feel can make the biggest impact, and basically cab them out, and we sell what we raise. Don't really have the time to run around and gather stuff up, and I think we've put together a really, really good set of cows and donors, and have gone out and acquired some genetics, and think we have some really sought after stuff running around here in Orland, and particularly in this heifer sale. So everything that is for sale here has been raised here, and we've seen them since day one.
Absolutely. And what breeds are you dabbling in? Tell us a little bit about this donor battery that you've assembled over the last few years.
So basically, I feel very passionate about the Angus cow and the Angus female just as a whole. And so we've gone out and gathered up what I feel is a really, really strong set of Angus donors, and just good, solid Angus AI cows and stuff that I think offers up a ton of versatility to go many different ways. Angus, main, semi, key, however you'd like to do it. And so I'd say that's kind of been the starting point. And then from there, we've just tried to diversify the best we can and go out and gather what we feel is something that can make a big impact here, and gives us the opportunity to be vertically integrated and grow from within. And so basically we've got just about everything, Corey. I mean, I think we've got a strong set of Angus donors, some Simmental and some main / key type stuff. A Charlet we'll talk more about later. Even a couple stuff that are more geared towards club calf production that obviously doesn't impact this sale, but we do sell a few steers privately. And as we've grown, we've diversified and try to raise the best stuff we can, and try to have the best multi-purpose, dual-purpose type cows we can. You know, we don't run 200 of them. We don't have 250 recips. I wish we could. Not feasible. So we try to have the best set of versatile cows we can that can offer up some options to go many different ways.
Hey, absolutely. Hey, let's dive into these cattle. Tell us a little bit about Lot 1. I must be reading my computer screen wrong. The way that one's bred. What's her pedigree again?
So Lot 1 would be an Irish Whiskey Kelly, which probably doesn't need much of an introduction. I'm sure you have seen plenty of those, and are pretty familiar with that stuff, Corey, with your background located.
Yeah, those are. That's about as good a genetics as you're going to get for the main and the club calf industry combined, right there. In terms of generating power, that Luke Doris guy in Heights up there sold a set of them 1244s this year. That yeah, it's going to cause him some severe tax problems. And 2 over 75 needs no introduction. Mother Unleashed, and yeah, wow, that's I thought I read that right, but I just wanted to hear it out of your mouth.
You bet. Yeah, no, I appreciate it, and we're super pumped. I truly feel like once in a lifetime opportunity for us to be able to get our hands on these genetics and have the opportunity to cab a few of these out here in Orland and offer one up for sale. And I think we're offering up a darn good one. You could probably tell the backstory on these things. You just kind of alluded to it, but you could probably even tell it better than I could. But basically, no introduction needed. Like I know this one in particular would be a full sister to the $92,000 high seller of Ryman's pasture sale in 21 that makes her way out west out here. And and these deals are siring as many show steer winners and raising them as anybody right now. And I think it's as hot as it's ever been. And that's a testament to the longevity of Kelly and her impact on this industry. So I'd say she's probably unanimously up there in the top handful. I don't want to call anyone best, but she'd be right up there in just about anybody you'd ask, I'd say. So
definitely.
We're absolutely thrilled to offer this one up. And I know probably most people don't maybe think of these as show heifers, but I will say a few travelers we've had discussion about it and what they see and what I see, and I do think a guy can really get along with this one in the show ring. I think to have that much foot and bone and hip and power and still be that smooth jointed and smooth in her shoulder and into her neck, that feminine looking and that type of hair quality and the round rib, I really think that obviously this one's greatest purpose will be generating big time calves and big time dollars. But between now and then, if someone wanted to show this one, I think they could have a lot of fun.
Well, her full sister, 2/75, is no doubt about it. One of, if not the best maintainer show heifer of all time. She's sure in the top handful that have ever shown in the main breed in that maintainer division, no doubt. And that one in the picture, she got that same high neck set that Kelly is notorious for. Yeah, it looks like she's got a ton of rib shape to her for that line of genetics. Wow, you talk about a big time opportunity. Right here she is, and you're leading this sale off with a bang.
And I will say too, this one's got a great attitude. Some guys they're at. We actually had a primo a Huda man that was some embryos I'd bought from Chad Thompson. That was one of our high sellers last year in our sale, and our good friends and neighbors over here, their boy's 8 years old, and we had a great year. And Chuck Lemonade judge show up the road, and he's like, "How's this thing, Brandon?" And he's like, "I never would have guessed that you'd have an 8-year-old showing this thing." And so I know people ask with you start throwing whiskey and Huda Man Heat Seeker around and what the attitude. This thing's been an absolute pleasure to have around the barn. Super good attitude, super docile, wants to be a show heifer, loves to be on the halter. So I think a lot of fun to be had for somebody.
Yeah, this next one, this next deal, we're going to talk about 4 lots combined, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and these are full sisters, correct?
You bet. Yep, full sisters.
Yep, and they are out of Dutton.
Yep.
Himself, and they're back out of that Bailey 644 donor, correct?
Yep. So these are all full sister flush mates, all in that first part of April in that calving window. These would be Duttons out of a cow called 644 that we have running around here. That cow's been pretty good to us. This would be Dutton's rookie calf crop, and this would really be her first litter of ET calves, to be honest with you. And I'd venture to say for us, and we've had some family discussion, we'll be cranking out a lot of these moving forward. These ones we talk about offering our best stuff, and so with that, we're damn sure going to offer our best stuff. But I really wish all 4 of these are in the replacement pen for what we're trying to do. But basically, these are kind of a Heinz 57. They got a shot of everything. They have a shot of main in there. They'd be low keys, about 5.5%, give or take, and then they'd be quarter semis. And so that 644 cow being a broker, Huda Man Heat Seeker, and then Dutton on the top side being a Ryman Firewater Friction Cunha 602, like we talked about earlier. I think these things are pretty neat in their bloodline and what they offer from a breeding standpoint.
Yeah, boy, you talk about some cool genetics. You got the Firewater and the Cunha and the Friction and the Broker and the Huda Man and the Heat Seeker. I mean, I don't know what else you'd ask for quality club calf genetics in terms of raising them. And it looks like a couple of them got some look to them, like they might show a little too, right?
Oh, you bet. I mean, I think, and that's why I'm glad we're talking about all 4 of these as a whole. And I kind of tell people, I don't think anyone needs to overthink it. I mean, I think this is as consistent as a flush as we could ask for in terms of foot, bone, big square hip, level out of their hip, body and rib shape, and then that neck that comes high out of the top side of their shoulders. I mean, Dutton and they just clicked. I mean, they stamped them. I mean, these things are fun to look at, and I think they're really, really good. And I think they could be a lot of fun for people to run around and show with. And then I think the fun will really start being had when you get to flushing or breeding on these things. I think these things offer a world of versatility from a mating standpoint, depending on what direction you want to go. And the cool part about these four is at any point in their life, someone has identified one of these four as their favorite of the sisters. And so we had a few judging teams out here working out, and I told those kids, hey, if the one that got put at the bottom, you at the top of your list, don't feel bad, because someone way smarter than me has also called that one their favorite, you know? So everybody's like a different one here. And I really encourage anyone to come see these in person. And if you can't make it, just shoot me a text, give me a call. I love to talk about them and give my honest appraisal to try to find something that fits your needs.
Yep. Hey, this next lot coming up, lot 7. I have only been to Express's big event sale one time, and it was the year of the Round Table 1405 daughters. That I don't know what they averaged, but it was way past 100,000. That 1405 cow, no doubt about it, needs no introduction in the Angus breed. And this one here, you have a Round Table 1405 donor out there. You flushed her to blue chip, the first class son, and had this lot 7 female.
You bet, Corey. Yeah. So we were, you're talking about actually back up. You're talking about that year, I think, when they rattled them off. I don't want to misspeak here, but I think it was like 150, 140, 130 to start that out with some Round Table 1405 daughters to some of the best homes in the country. But long story short, like we talked about earlier with our donor battery and gathering up what I feel is some of the best stuff in the country to be vertically integrated here and grow from within. You're right. We've got a really, really nice young Round Table 1405 daughter. And we own her with Broken M Livestock as well, same as Dutton. And the blue chip May heifer calf is lights out. Absolutely love this one. I think she offers up a ton of potential from a mating, breeding, revenue generating standpoint. But then I think if someone wants to play ball in that May Angus heifer division, I think this one's worth your time to come look at or give me a call if you're looking for one. This one's opened up in her skeleton, huge rib, huge bodied, awesome looking, big time hair, super gentle, super docile. I think she's a pretty awesome May Angus heifer show prospect and, you know, potentially future donor for somebody when it's all said and done.
Absolutely, boy. She looks high quality and definitely elite pedigree. Next, we got lot 8. Boy, you just went out and sought the most sought after cows in the industry here, because this one here, this is an own daughter of the Bailey's Miss Dreamy up there in North Dakota. This is a profit out of her, full sister to Sarah Sullivan's heifer that wins junior nationals there a few years back. Boy, this one is bred in the purple.
You bet. Yeah. So another cool opportunity here, kind of similar to the Whiskey Kelly deal we're leading off with. Just went out and tried to gather up some of the best stuff within their, you know, breed that they represent and offer it up to people here. Give someone the opportunity to have an elite purebred Simmental show heifer and a big time mating opportunity and revenue generating opportunity when it's all said and done. I think this one's pretty unique for a purebred Simmental. That front 1/3 is just absolutely elite. As big a foot and bone as anything in the sale. Big time hair, ears this wide. When this thing was born, I called those guys and I was like, "Are you sure this is a purebred Simmental? I've never had a purebred Simmental that looks like this." She was just an absolute freak. I mean, big square hip, huge foot and bone, long freaky neck, that deep Chianina type fur on her. I mean, you never would have guessed she was a Simmental. And I think this one offers up a world of good. And I think this one as a bred could just be absolutely lights out. I think she could be pretty cool.
Well, and one out of that Sullivan heifer that's a full sister to Lot 8 here that Tim Schaefer got from Sullivan's out of Sam brings 90,000 in Tim's sale. That's just proven power in the blood right there in this Lot 8 female.
And I don't want to misspeak, but I believe Sullivan's are leading off their sale with some daughters out of that cow as well.
Okay.
You bet.
Yeah, boy, and that dreamy cow. I mean, there has been a bunch of them, and there has been a bunch of dollars raised out of that Simmental cow. I don't know what the exact figure is, but it'd be pretty dang close to a boatload. I guess
it's high. It's high.
Yeah, it'd be a bunch. Hey, we got another one here. Lot 10. You went into the white breed and just said, "What's the best in that breed?" and found you an 0641 daughter, no doubt about it. Most notarized Charolais cow that's ever walked the earth, and you bought a Firewater daughter out of her.
You bet. Yeah, I know on the Dreamy we don't have the exact dollar, and I don't have an exact one on this one. I think it's north of 2 million or something that 0641's generated, and a list a mile long of winners and high sellers, et cetera, et cetera. And so just another deal, Corey, trying to have as diversified and sought after set of donors that we can. So we've got ourselves a Firewater 0641, and this is an outsider out of her. We had a lot 2 heifer on our sale last year. That'd be this one's full sister that sold really well to the Hirschman family in Nebraska and had a good year. And we're back again with another one that is a mirror image of that one last year. This one's just a little smoother shoulder and a little better necked. Other than that, they're pretty well a spitting image, and that one was pretty popular last year. So if you like the one last year, you're going to like this one. This one's kid-friendly, gentle. She got the nickname White Claw on picture day. She was an absolute trooper. She's ready to go to a show tomorrow. Super, super high quality. I love this one's foot and bone and muscle. And then I love her look. You know, I think this one's like a rugged brood cow for a Charolais, but yet still elegant and good looking. And I think is a future Charolais donor down the road, and will damn sure be competitive showing on the weekends.
And what age is that one?
This one's a February.
February, yeah, boy, she looks like a big woofy one that's sure ready to go.
She's ready to go.
Ready to go fight them, you bet. Hey, and then we're going to wrap up with Lot 12, a half-blood Simmental, and she comes to us out of the Remedy. Is that the bull that got Shockey down in Oklahoma City?
Yeah. Remedy was the high-selling, I believe, embryos on snow feature for 530,000, and then had a little fun on show day. Thankfully, nobody got hurt when we were watching that deal, and ended up having a lot of success there in Oklahoma City. And this 720 cow, she would have been a pretty pivotal cow and donor for our friend Bobby Lax, and then myself and our friend Shane Strickler teamed up on this cow, and she's been really good to us. She's raised a lot of good stuff for us out here on the West Coast. I showed a priority out of her that was supreme at the state fair. Curly's had a really nice, good as it gets, Lot 1 heifer, and that one's mother would be a Whiskey 720, so a maternal sister to this one right here. We also have a Garth 720 Maine Angus that's Lot 15 on this sale, and then we have some primos out of that cow as well. And so that cow's been awesome for us. When I saw Remedy, I thought for a mature Simmental bull to be that elite looking up front and move like that athletically off his front end, like that's something we needed to try. And I think that we hit a home run here, mating him to 720 with this half blood. To me, to be that long-bodied and that deep-bodied with a neck that comes out that high and have that type of hair quality, this is as good a hair as anything in the sale. And you get behind this thing, she is built freaking wide. I mean, big, stout, square hip. She's opened up in her skeleton. I think this is a damn cool half-blood semi-show heifer prospect, but dang sure something that I wish I was having to to breed on after the fact to take her either Simmental or maybe take her Maine or something.
She does look like a unique specimen for sure.
So
Yep.
you bet. Yeah, happy to have this one on here.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I tell you what, this has been a blast. We just never know when we dive into these drives what we're going to get into. But boy, this has been a history lesson in top genetics and multiple breeds. And boy, you know, if you're going to run at this deal nowadays, you better have genetics behind these things. They better not be no fly by night. And boy, in your program right here, just what we've gone through, you went out and just sought after the best genetics in every category, and you flat got them.
You bet. No, thank you for the kind words, Corey. Really appreciate it. Yeah, we understand wholeheartedly how competitive this deal is and how many sales there are in a sales season, let alone in one night on show circuit. And so we take our cow herd donor battery very seriously. That's my true passion, trying to put together the best set of cows and replacement females that I can. I think if these 16 we got on this sale in my replacement pen, I'd be really happy. It hurts to sell some of these, but at the end of the day, we talk about offering our very best, and I can honestly tell you that we are absolutely offering our very best. And so, like I said, I think we've got a really good group. I think there's something for everybody in here, and some of those ones we didn't talk about tonight. We got another awesome half blood that would be a relentless blue chip 720. So kind of similarly in line with that lot 12 remedy we just talked about. And we've got a style blue chip that's a sib to our high seller last year that had a lot of success winning. I alluded to that Garth female and a few primos. And we even got a sub-zero out of an Insight 1349, Corey, which 1349 is a full sister to Colburn's 1339, being the mother primo and all those heifers. Any heifer that's out of their place would be a 1339.
Yeah. How about that?
So a little bit of everything, and I think there's some stuff to see, and we'd love to have anybody that can make it and be with us. We're just an hour and a half straight north of the Sacramento airport. We're located 1 mile off Interstate 5 here. The cattle are in the barn every day getting treated like show heifers, easy to look at. And if you can't be with us, please give me a call, shoot me a text. We're easy, honest, straight shooters here that would love to talk about the cattle and give you an honest opinion of them to try to find something that will fit your needs.
Hey, in terms of getting them back east to the Midwest, what do you got cooking there trucking-wise?
You bet. Basically, we'll assist in any way we can to help get them to you. And so we don't want location. We understand we're out here on the West Coast, which would be a long ways from you, Corey, and a lot of folks that'd be on show circuit on Monday the 17th. But we don't want location to discourage anyone from bidding. And so we'll help in any way we can. Bob May, he hauls a lot of stuff on 80 and 40, and he can seem to get stuff just about anywhere as far as Indianapolis and goes through Oklahoma City and any central point on 80 and 40. So Bob Lathrop's haul a lot of stuff for us. I know there's some other guys out there. And so please don't let location discourage you. And we'll help you get something lined up and get them to you.
Well, great. This has been awesome. Cattle look spectacular. Don't miss Bailey Cattle Company, Alec Bailey there in Orland, California, Monday night, October 17th on Show Circuit online sale. If you can't get a hold of Alec, give Bodie Schliff a call. Bodie's been out there to California, seen the cattle. He can give you a second opinion on them. But I mean, great genetics. Bid with confidence right here. Alec, thanks a lot for taking time to be on Drive Marketing. I've enjoyed it, man.
Thank you, Corey.